Yeah, Oh, yeah.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Nicholas Claxton.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
So the Nets starting five. Jalen Johnson is out there with Nicholas Claxton. Then it's Williams. Then it's MP. And it's Thomas in at the shooting guard. And for the Spurs, they've got Darius Bazley. Doncic out there with Castle. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Vassell in at the small forward. And tonight's game gives MP a chance to continue one of his goals he set for himself, being a thorn in the side of the best teams in the NBA.
And now the big boys in the league know when MP says he's coming for you, he means it. And whenever they've had a tough opponent in front of them, they've raised their level. So they are sending a message. And boy, has it been heard.
How many games do you need to play, Greg, before you know who you are as a team?
I think you basically know already your identity, the pace you want to play at, obviously the development of the younger guys, and your chemistry is always on one.
Well, Devin Vassell has flown under the radar for a long time and passed a lot of fans, Coach, but we've seen it. He can fill it up.
Yeah, Kevin, look, he is an outstanding shooter. He's got great footwork. He can score at all three levels. He reminds you a bit of DeMar DeRozan, but maybe even with more of a three-point shot.
Here's Doncic following the bucket by the Nets. And it's Vassell in the corner. And a miss there on the triple. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Claxton sets the screen for MP. Pass to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Great delivery on the pick and roll. MP with a good sense of timing.
Now Doncic. He's guarded by Williams. Doncic outside. And it's Vassell in the corner. Sinks the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Here's MP. Missed inside. Spurs have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Takes it inside. And the basket by Castle.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And it's denied. Doncic against Williams. And stolen by MP. Here's Johnson. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 3 assists tonight.
Johnson letting it fly in a hurry.
Pass to Wembanyama. Wembanyama, a screen on MP. Here's Castle. And that one is stuffed right through.
And you gotta respect Luka's passing skills. Just a multi-talented player who is all about sharing the basketball.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now, here's MP. He had 25 points last game.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. To the inside. Shot from 6. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And so, MP will bring it up for the Nets. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
And look at what they did in the fourth quarter. Just totally out of sync and lacking in intensity, and that turned into that huge comeback.
Sometimes you just have to throw it up to an athlete and let him do the rest. That's a great finish from Johnson.
Now, here's Doncic. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Clippers. Wembanyama, a screen on Williams. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Well, you can see why they involved Wembanyama in the two-man game.
And the Spurs winning the 2023 lottery stand, adding the terrific Victor Wembanyama. A franchise changer, it appears.
Yeah, Kevin, the hardest thing, and you need a lot of luck to do it, is to get that guy. The guy you can build everything around. There aren't enough of them to go around. Victor Wembanyama is a guy you can build a championship franchise around, multi-skilled at his size. This guy's going to be a fixture in this league for a long time.
And the Spurs with some changes. Gary's checked in, and it's Teagan for Castle. The Nets making a switch here. Throws it up high. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Nice work to get it inside and drop contact.
The Nets shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
This was a bad trade, bro. I don't think bro, it's a good trade.
Now, Doncic,
Don't make something work.
running around 26.5 points a game, rarely has an off night.
That's what he good for. Ain't too tired. Thought he was gonna be tired.
Rebound, Brooklyn. 1:52 left to play in the first quarter. And it starts that time on the assist by MP. MP's got 6 assists in the game. Doncic with it. Now defended by MP. Doncic passes to Teague. Sinks the three-pointer.
And we'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Perry, no good. Brooklyn trailing. In the corner, it's Coulibaly. Starts with the screen on Doncic. Here's MP. Has to start. It's rebounded by Doncic.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim. But came up with it.
Oh, man, MP to be young again.
For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Wembanyama high post. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Simmons checked in for Victor Wembanyama. And Castle is subbed in for Basil. And a change for the Nets. Hood checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Starts with a screen on Teague. MP dishes to Starks. Simmons with the defensive effort.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Whoa, that was incredible. MP, everybody.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Doncic. 5 points in the game. Off target with his 3. Teague against MP. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Spurs lead by 1. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. MP out there with Johnson. Then it's Koulibaly. And it's Hood in at the 5. Roaming the paint. Teague for 3. Rebounded by the Nets. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota where they'll take on the Timberwolves. And they're playing through a string of road games that will be game 5 of the 6 on the road. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey guys, MP in the last time out against Toronto got the job done. He scored 25 points and did a great job of moving the ball around on offense, as well as being active on the glass. He ended up with a stat line he's no doubt proud of, and I'm sure he wants to replicate it again. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious. He was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did. See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Simmons against MP. Simmons passes to Perry. Back to Simmons. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Petrushev, and it's blocked. Johnson outside. Stolen. And here comes the break. Here's Perry. Finished off the break.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Back to MP. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Vassell wide open. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Vassell's got it all tied up now for San Antonio. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And the dunk by MP.
And you look at this scoring outburst by MP. What's incredible is he still has room to grow.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Vassell. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter, his 3rd overall.
MP, that's for 2. Here's Johnson. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Teague can't hit. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 1. In this matchup with the Spurs, it's their first meeting of the season.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. 2 teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
This is a potential finals preview, as good as it gets early in the season.
The Nets have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Doncic is checked in for Teague. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And, guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft. GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on their roster.
Here's MP. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Vassell with it. Picked up by Claxton. Simmons passes to Vassell. Doncic against Thomas. Got it. Good job in the low post. Doncic has got 9.
Creating space, Doncic will move defenders around.
MP against Vassell. Oh, Claxton in position. And stolen by Simmons. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
And with a percentage of 82, he's been one of their more dependable shooters from the line.
Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another injury, Michael Jordan.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
1:53 left now here in the second. Outside for Thomas. Back to MP. Down low, it's tipped, and Brooklyn turns it over again. And he has been on another level this past month, getting Eastern Conference Player of the Month, MP.
And the way that he has been able to kind of create something out of nothing for his teammates has been remarkable. Fantastic and timely passing combined with his vision is something that all players should aspire to have.
Paisley's checked in for San Antonio. Hansel comes in for Teague.
As a coach, that would drive me nuts. Wembanyama is the first guy you need to get a body on.
Already a lot of talk about who's going to take part in the three-point contest this season, and here's a look at the players most likely to make it.
And so many great shooters in the NBA these days, and these guys, quite frankly, the best of the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scoring record broken in this year's competition.
Well, you look at Doncic. He's going to need to leapfrog quite a few great shooters if he's going to be a part of the three-point festivities in All-Star Weekend, but maybe he can do it.
I mean, anything's possible, especially if he has a few big games from beyond the arc before All-Star Weekend. That'd give him a nice bump in the voting.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase this year. Some incredible shooters, that's for certain. We'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Yeah, I think we're in for a real treat. I think the increased importance of the three-point shot in today's game has really shined a light on the talent, precision, and really the wow factor of how these guys can drill the long ball.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. Right there, that is highlight reel stuff from MP.
Love the energy that MP plays with. His young legs let him get to the open floor and finish it.
Pass to Castle. Vassell outside. 30 seconds left here in the second. And the rejection by MP. Whitehead passes to MP. Nets passing it around. MP converting the tough bucket.
Yeah, and it seems like he's getting more comfortable with each bucket.
San Antonio leading by 6. And stolen by MP. All alone. And MP throws it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Spurs. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more in store for you right after this.
We're back again. Well,
you know, right now for the Nets, I mean, they've established themselves as a competitive team. They feel that they can get a win against any opponent there, Shaq.
Well, I don't know if they have the roster makeup to get to the finals or even conference finals. But on any given night, this team is dangerous.
I don't know, Shaq. They look good.
now let's take a look at this San Antonio Spurs game, which has been very competitive.
They're clicking from outside. Hard cups to the ball and a few bone-jarring screens. Man, they have a high quality of looks.
They've been cashing in on those. We'll see if the sharp shooting continues. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
Yeah, we watched.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
Victor Wembanyama is out there with Darius Baisley. Then there's Devin Vassell. Then there's Doncic. And it's Castle in at the 2. That's the San Antonio 5. 6 on the shot clock. Vassell. No good on the 3.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Johnson sets the screen for MP. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Out of the pick and roll, MP able to read and react.
The Spurs shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. And here's Doncic from the arc. Rebound by Johnson. Net shooting 64%. Beautiful all-around play by this offense. Johnson with a screen on Doncic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. Going back in my Rolodex here. Did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. Yeah. My wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college, and she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh, goodness. And really, Stan, Victor Wembanyama has a chance to be one of those paradigm-shifting players. Don't you agree?
Oh, no doubt, Kevin. First of all, there are not going to be very many 7'4" guys come along. And then come with the skills that he has on a court, the length, his mobility, how fluid he is. It's unprecedented. Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
And the foul called on MP. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Pass to Castle. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Hey, guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. MP up top, covered by Vassell. Basket good. Claxton's got 10 points in the game.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Here's Castle. Thomas covering. To the middle. Claxton with the steal. MP passes to Johnson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's his first trip to the line. And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Johnson. Here's Doncic. He's got 15. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. 3-pointer. A rebound by the Nets.
Not a great start to the second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
MP passes to Johnson. Johnson with a screen on Vassell. MP finds Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Vassell. And again, no good by Brooklyn. San Antonio trailing here. And the foul called on MP. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And now he 1 away from being in the penalty.
Good checked in for Johnson. MP against Vassell. Rebounded by the Nets. MP's got 5 rebounds tonight.
They've come out a little cold after that halftime break. Just 1 of 5 from the field to start the 3rd quarter.
San Antonio's gotten blank from 3-point land so far in the 3rd. Still 0 for 3.
Clearly a foul.
The Spurs have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. He misses the free throw. Teague is checked in for San Antonio. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Starks checked in for Hood, and he sinks the second. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the field. His impact is amazing. The desire to win, it fuels MP. He doesn't let anything get in his way.
Doncic against MP. Doncic passes to Wembanyama. Back to Doncic. Spurs working the ball around now. And there's Wembanyama. And the assist by Doncic.
Well, look, at Wembanyama's height, there's nothing you can do to stop that shot.
Claxton sets the screen for MP. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Johnson is out there with MP. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. Then there's Cam Thomas. And it's Williams at the point. Claxton with the steal. Lobbed up there for Johnson. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Great read by MP, showing he has a sense for when someone is open.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. Vassell with it. Inside. Here's Wembanyama. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Nets ball. Nets leading by 6. Screen by Claxton. Here's MP driving the lane. Claxton with the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
To the paint. Here's Simmons. Vassell outside. It's another look. The shot that time, not on target. Good defense by Claxton. Down low, here's MP. And MP throws it down.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little bit.
Outside for Simmons. Over Williams. Vassell outside. Over MP. And the basket by Vassell.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And stolen by MP. And MP throws it down hard.
Punching it in on the drive. MP doesn't mess around when he's got a lane to the rim.
And Simmons kicks to Teague. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. It's Vassell on the wing. Lock at 6. Over Williams. Vassell, no good.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy misser too.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Perry passes to Simmons. Teague with the ball. Thomas covering. Teague against Thomas. Here's Vassell. That's good, and so Teague with the assist.
And he was hot from 3 to start this game. That's his first since halftime.
MP with it. Now guarded by Wembanyama. Paxton a screen on Teague. The drive by MP.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they
they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Nets.
Well, what I like is not only have they been forcing turnovers, they've been capitalizing on those opportunities.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, well, they just jump at it.
And this is what the schedule looks like for the Spurs. On Sunday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. And then on Wednesday, the Los Angeles Lakers will come into town.
And when you look at that Raptors matchup, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Thomas is a wide open look, and again, no good by Brooklyn. Spurs trail by 7. Vassell outside, and the dunk by Doncic.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
With the crossover, and the rejection by Wembanyama. Now, here's MP. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
And the big question for MP is going to be work ethic. Because if he can put in the sweat, there's no reason he can't be a star in this league. And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Doncic looking it over. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 7 rebounds in the game. MP dishes to Johnson. Doncic against MP. Johnson with a screen on Doncic. Lobbed up there for Johnson. Doncic with the steal. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Castle misses.
Now we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
MP passes to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Smart pass by MP. Great to see a young player making the right decisions with the ball.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:58 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Doncic. Doncic going to work.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Here's the lob to the hoop. And here is MP. Inside. And then Johnson with the dunk.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard Kenny Atkinson talking with his team. He warned them they've got to get back in transition. He said they've given up way too many fast break points, and he said we have to slow the pace of the game down and force them into taking some tough shots. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. And MP throws it down hard.
Look at how swiftly MP moves to the rim there.
We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. Now, Doncic. Here's the floater, and he uses the glass on the layup. Doncic has got 6 points in the quarter.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Does he even have to jump? Do we have a vertical on Vic?
Here's MP. Kicks it out to Johnson. Pass to Thomas. Vassell against MP. And it's Beasley with the rebound.
This has reached desperation time for him.
It's not going to be easy now. They're going to need just about everything to go right from this point on. You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
And the Nets miss again.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. First free throw is good, and that trims the lead to 6. And so he makes both from the line. 19 seconds left to play here in the fourth, and that's an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Castle. Third personal foul. Fourth team foul.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 7. What's your take, guys?
Licking their wounds. It hasn't come together for them tonight.
But they're not going down without a fight. They'll keep game planning and playing until the final whistle.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth. It's in! And now they trail by just 4.
And really the defense not organized on that inbounds play, and boy, do they pay the price with the triple.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
At the line for 2.
And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. For the 3, it's good from beyond the arc.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Great composure there. Calmly knocks them down to put this game out of reach.
Here's Vassell. Misses. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough...
Another game, another win. Back to work tomorrow.